right, we're back live. Final segment, some final news coming up. Right now, let's go to your calls. Fred in Japan, land of the rising sun. You're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, fat boy.
Hey.
I mean that affectionately. Listen, I live in Austin, but I came over to Japan. I do video production for this tattoo artist because real expensive tattoos make us feel like real men. I love your little comments on that. Anyway, side note. I'm in Osaka, and Fulford has his radio or a TV show here every Wednesday, and so I've got an interview with him tomorrow evening. He's going to let me videotape an interview with him, and so I was just going to see if you had anything you might want.
Well, for those that don't know, that's the former Forbes writer who quit because they were censoring him, and talks about how the Asians discovered the elite's master plan to exterminate 80% of the world's population. And I've interviewed him several times, including on this Sunday transmission. But I mean, just bring up whatever issues you want. I've interviewed him 3 times.
I was just gonna videotape it and then maybe post it to YouTube or something. And
good. So Fulford didn't tell me he had a television show in Osaka. Is it regional or is it nationwide?
No, I think what I've been told is Osaka is the second largest city in Japan, and so I'm pretty sure it's nationwide because the guys that I'm working for, they know him. They're pretty big fans, and the people here, or at least the people that I've been interacting with, they seem pretty well informed. I showed them the Japanese Diet Parliament video, and
the government's saying 9/11's an inside job. The former Italian president saying it's an inside job. The former head of the German Parliament saying it's an inside job. All these former top CIA people saying it's an inside job. Oh, but we're kooks.
Correct. But then I wanted to show them loose change, and I couldn't figure out how to do it. But they immediately pulled it up, and it's already been translated to Japanese, and they love it. They love it. And
good job, man. Good to hear from you. That's an Austin transplant to Osaka. Let's go ahead now and talk to Dan in Texas. Dan, you're on the air.
Dan in Texas. Yes, Mr. Jones, I was having one of those moments, one of those Alex Jones is right moments. If anybody wants to learn how to stay calm in a crisis, they're going to teach it at the Baptist Church in New Braunfels, Texas on February 24th. They're going to have a lecture on how to stay calm in a crisis.
Now, for those that don't know what that is, I first reported 2 years ago and had the pastors on and released secret FEMA documents that 13,000 preachers had been secretly trained in 2006 to tell their people they tell them, come to learn how to stay calm. But then when you show up at the event, they tell you, turn your guns in when the government says, give them your children, go to FEMA camps, take the shots. I released the documents, and now last year, television, was an NBC, admitted and said, yes, now it's 26,000 preachers. They've doubled the number. They're going to double it again in 2008 to 52,000 preachers, an army of the government to tell their flocks to lay down to the government and hand their guns in. They're getting us ready for martial law. Tell me the name of the church. Was this your church, or what happened?
Well, I'm not actually a church member. The church is called the First Baptist Church. I'm just kind of a visitor. I went with a friend, and I was just...
Hey, bring me a pen, guys, before I forget to write that down. First Baptist Church in New Braunfels. I don't doubt you, because I know they've got 26,000 preachers on FEMA payroll secretly to do it. But now it's not so secret. And I'm not kidding. Just type pastors training for martial law or pastors being recruited by government into Google. You'll find all the documents, the articles, the rest of it. And when the preacher, one of them came on my show, he faxed it from another place. The FEMA went and interrogated the place, tracked back when he made the fax and came in and threatened him. But it doesn't matter. A year later, it came out. So how did you hear about this?
Well, I went to church. I went to church on a Sunday morning, and they offered me this packet, the new member packet, and it has all this neat stuff in it, and it has a little brochure in it. Tells you what they're doing this month, and that's what they're doing this month.
Now, had you heard me talk about that?
Yes, I have. I've been listening to you for probably 5 to 7 years now.
Now, did you open it and read it at home, or did you see this there?
No, I read it at home. See, actually, that's what I was going to ask you. What should I tell these people?
You should go with a video camera. They're going to hear about this. FEMA's going to probably be there and say, and again, in America, secret police at a church, they'll probably tell you, don't have a camera. But I would just pull one out and start taping and have a friend there. They'll probably try to call police. I mean, I don't know this group, but this is a standard MO because you're not allowed to tape it. Well, it's secret. Government, martial law. I mean, see, folks, how bad it is?
Well, don't get crazy now, Mr. Jones. I'll go ahead and record it for you, but don't go hunting anyone down or nothing like that because I don't want to cause too much trouble, sir.
I know. We want to just let the martial law happen. But
Oh, okay. You're right.
I mean, specifically, what does it say in there?
I haven't read well, it's a lecture. It's not the brochure doesn't say what they're going to teach.
But that's what church is about in the Soviet Union and China. You go, and the pastor tells you how to submit to the government and how to worship them.
That's pretty much what they're going to do. So we'll find out, I guess, huh?
Oh, well, listen, I want you to – what date is this?
This is on February 24th.
And is it a lecture by the pastor?
I don't know. I've only been to the church twice. I assume it's by the pastor.
What to do in a disaster. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it doesn't matter whether that story's true or not, and the caller sounds credible, but I'm sure it's a wonderful church. And you've got a lot of well-meaning idiots in these churches that run these systems. Hitler, of course, recruited the churches. The Soviets did that, too. The Communist Chinese did that. And don't believe me, go to prisonplanet.com and read the actual documents. But you don't have to believe the documents we got a year before it broke in the news. You can just actually go to the newscast we now have posted where they say martial law. The pastors have been recruited by FEMA to teach their flock how martial law is good and how we must turn our guns in. That's good, isn't it? And Ann Coulter's endorsing Hillary Clinton. That's conservative. They're going for broke, ladies and gentlemen, because they know when they pull the plug for depression to take everything you've got, you're going to get angry. So they got to have all the pastors out there. No, it's of the Lord. It's of the Lord. Oh, it's so sick. Mike in Maryland, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, Alex. How's it going, man?
Oh, I'm learning how I go to church to submit to the government.
Hey, man, I'm calling you from about 13 miles other side of Fort Detrick. You ought to see all the building up in the last 3 years up here at Fort Detrick.
Yeah, that was under BioShield, tens of billions of dollars to create huge, expand the biological and chemical weapons labs.
So that's that's going on.
BioShield, yeah.
Okay, and the other thing is I wanted to let you know that I'm retired military, and no longer can you know, the paper like medical records that you hand carry in to see your physician wherever you go, Walter Reed, National Naval, they're doing away with that.
It's all got to be in the database in case you were a smoker or in case you are overweight. You're not going to get treatment.
Exactly, and they're changing the meds that you're on.
Yeah, they're going on.
Even if you've been on for 20 years, they're changing them, buddy.
Well, it's for your own good, sir.
Yeah, right.
Sir, the drink fluoride, okay? It's good to have preachers telling people to turn their guns in.
I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a battle. We better get ready.
Well, now, sir.
I'm sorry, I'm going to be fighting. I'm going to be fighting.
Sir, your pastor says they even teach him how to let the government take your kids. It's of the Lord. This government secretly recruited the preachers, and now they're openly announcing it. Secretly recruiting preachers. The Pentagon and FEMA is of the Lord. Having secret government ops everywhere is good. Oh, Mike in Virginia, where our friends rule us. Go ahead, you're on the air, sir.
How you doing, sir?
Good.
Hey, look, I'll be quick about this. I should have called at the beginning of the show. I'm new to all this information.
Well, just drink more fluoride and you'll be okay. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I heard you on the Alan Combs show a couple of weeks ago, and I've been hooked ever since. I've been to your website, Infowars and PrisonPlanet.com. I have a couple of questions. I'll just let you speak on it.
Hit me.
All right. Like I said, I'm an infant to this kind of awakening, so be patient with me. I just recently found out that the Federal Reserve is not a governmental agency.
No,
it's
private corporation. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're going to bankrupt everything and take over, yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering if you could comment on that, as well as we're in Iraq fighting for democracy, so to speak, but yet we allow families such as the Saudis of Saudi Arabia and the English monarchy to survive, and the Kuwaiti family.
It's all staged. The official Pentagon plan is to exterminate Iraqis and carry out genocide, but the public thing is 100 years to democratize them. It's about oil, drugs, no-bid contracts, invading other nations, building permanent bases, and also creating a cadre of military people that done house-to-house gun confiscation to bring them back here and double the size of the police force with them. That's all in the Pentagon documents, too. Everything I say is documented. And, great question, sir. Call me back next Sunday or during the weekday show, and we can talk more about the run-for-profit Federal Reserve. Look, I've just been real angry today. Callers remind me of things like the preachers being recruited, telling them, let them take your kids, let them take your guns, go to camps, let them give you shots. It's of the Lord. I mean, that's like a science fiction horror movie. It's going on all around you. You need to ask your preachers locally if they're part of this. Look, the good news is the people have woken up. They tried to bring fascism in with Hillary and Bush. They're all together. It isn't going to work. The battle's joined. Spread the word. Tell everybody about truthnews.us, prisonplanet.com, infowars.com. And look, I hope you enjoy the Super Bowl, but I hope you start thinking about what really matters. That's your children and your future. God bless you all. Big news tomorrow on Prison Planet. Huge breaking news tomorrow. Wait till you see it.